What's up everyone? I have the ultimate tiger build for you today. Some of you may know that you can combine the tiger with two different pet abilities if you place the tiger behind a swordfish. The swordfish will be fainting itself and then the tiger will be able to activate the ability at the pet that comes after the swordfish. But did you know that you can actually trigger the tiger with even 3 pets? That's what we're going to be doing today with the power of the bad dog, summoning a great one which will also be influenced by the tiger. I think you can do even more triggers with the tiger honestly, but then the build becomes really complicated and the payoff is not as severe as this one, so I think this is the best of both worlds. A lot of tiger triggers and a lot of damage that we get to deal in this episode. I believe we will be getting to deal over 400 damage by the end of the video. So if you do like what you see, I really hope that you subscribe, as these builds do take a fair bit of time to get online. Here we are starting off with a flying fish. Flying fish is a great pet that you can use in custom packs, especially when you combine it with a stork or a spider. You also have the love potion, of course. Many of you already know how strong this is, but in my opinion the real strength of this strategy comes with the fact that you don't need to invest as much gold to make your team strong. Like, we can just purchase 1 stork, 1 flying fish and 2 love potions, and I believe we're going to be set until turn 9. Which is great news for meme builds especially, because that means we can get to buy all the avocados that we want. We get to invest all of our gold in the future and hopefully get the best start for our meme run possible. Here we do take an early level up though. We were saving up for tier 6 level ups, but that's way into the future, so for now we're just going to take a level up on turn 5, and it does result in a secretary bird, which is an excellent synergy with any summon team. So we're going to be quite happy to have this. We have the team basically set up. I think this is going to be the core of the team up until turn 9. Hopefully it continues being strong. This elephant blowfish team does look a little scary, especially when the blowfish snipes the secretary bird precisely, but we are still winning without any issues. Now we find a crow in the shop, which I think the game plan is going to be get the crow up to level 2 on turn 9, so we have a better chocolate to give immediately to one of the tier 6 pets that we will be taking. And there are several pets that we will want. Of course I have Leviathan in these sorts of packs because I do want to see as many tier 6s as possible, and Leviathan is a big help with that. But other than that, we have Behemoth, we have the Tiger, of course, that the build is going to be revolving around. We also have stuff like the Lionfish, which is going to be one of the targets we're going to be combining with the Tiger. So yeah, a lot of stuff we can hit, and thankfully we do also find the Crow. So we are very nicely set up for turn 9. We have managed to preserve 5 hearts, unless we lose one of them in this fight, which I think is actually going to be the case, as they do have a fairy armadillo that reduces the damage that we deal. It's still no big deal though, because we still have 4 hearts and we get our level up. First level is either an orca or a behemoth. Not what we wanted to see, but behemoth is generically very strong. Instead, what I am going to do, however, is take another level, this time into a Leviathan. I'm going to sell the second crow for the second better chocolate, which is going to be leveling the Leviathan once again. The main reason why we do this is because we want the fish spawn. We don't really want the level 3 fish, but the level 2 fish does get up to 2020 stats, I believe, and it also buffs up your team a little bit. So it is a nice tempo boost, as we also take the behemoth for another 14. And hopefully this is going to be strong enough, as we did not find the tier 6 that we wanted. Instead, we're just going to hope to survive relatively okay until turn 11, when we can actually start properly rolling for it. Here I believe we did win, which is nice news. We also find an alpaca, which means that we will get that behemoth up to level 2. Kind of difficult deciding what I want to sell. I guess probably flying fish was the worst keep, out of stock and itself, but I don't think it really matters as both of them are going to be sold by the end of the next turn. Instead, we're just going to carry some gold over. We did find a Bird of Paradise, which will get to level 2 thanks to the alpaca. For now though, we get one more level up opportunity because of the Leviathan, and it is the tiger that we were looking for. So here we go. I think Leviathan has served its purpose. We can safely sell it at the beginning of the next turn if we find something that can replace it, of course. But in the meantime, we also find yet another tiger in shop. So a lot of very lucky breaks for us. We get our level 2 Bob, we have our double tiger, and we also find our lionfish. So here we go. I think we're going to be taking the tiger first, which means that we also get to sell the flying fish because the Leviathan will need some room to spawn its fish. Honestly, kind of difficult deciding what to do here. I guess I choose to get the lionfish in as well because it does give us some opportunity to scale it up with the Bob. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to sell the Leviathan right there, but I did want to focus up the stats a little bit. And I believe this is what the build is going to be looking like. We have our scaling online, we have our level 2 behemoth, and most importantly we have the tiger plus lionfish combo. But of course the tiger only synergizes with a single pet right now. We're going to want a swordfish in the team as well as the great one, which is going to be coming out of the bad dog. So we freeze a bad dog in the shop. We're not going to be buying it just yet, as we do want to get a swordfish onto the team as well. For now, we're going to be positioning hopefully properly with the biggest unit up front, which is going to result in a win, we would assume. Very close fight, but actually we do just barely end up winning, so very good break for us. We get to bring in the great one now. Level 2 tiger actually synergizes super nicely with the great one because level 1 great one deals 6 damage to everything, but level 2 great one is going to be dealing an additional 12, so 18 damage in AoE to all the other pets including our own, which is kinda scary sounding, but then again we do have a massive behemoth that can tank 16 damage. Which I think is actually 18 damage, my mistake, not 16 but 18. And here we go, this is what the build is going to be looking like. We get to trigger the lionfish ability with the tiger, and then we get to trigger the great one ability with the tiger as well. So now we are looking for the swordfish. Of course we are not going to neglect the team that we already do have. So we pick up a melon onto the lionfish, as that will remain up front, otherwise the build would not be able to function. Here we go, we find the swordfish as well. We would enjoy some equipment onto the tiger and the behemoth as well. Another 2 tigers in shop, ironically enough, but I don't think we need multiple. This team is kinda scary and we actually do lose to it, which is unfortunate, but we did get to pop the coconut on their coconut crab at the very least, so that is a little bit of a consolation prize. In the meantime though, we will continue improving. What do we want here? A pizza or an orange? They're kind of comparable strength wise, but we do take the pizza because the attack can be relevant for the lionfish. I don't think we're going to be bringing in the swordfish just yet, but maybe next turn. The main reason why we want to hold off on it is because we can still find oysters that we can buy, sell for Bird of Paradise value, as we get a very lucky draw right here. And I think on this turn is maybe where we pop off. So we buy, sell the oyster, then I'd make a little bit of a mistake right here. I should have sold the bag dog first, but I bought the cornucopia, and as a result, now on the buy of the bad dog, the Bird of Paradise triggers and the bad dog eats up some of the buffs. A little unfortunate, but I guess such mistakes cannot always be avoided. In the meantime, I think we might finally transition into the swordfish. You can see I'm really hesitant to put it in, because once we put it in, it's going to be very difficult to sell one of our units in order to slot in another bad dog. So I was hoping we can get up to 8 wins first before slotting in the swordfish so that the evil bug can stay with us until the end of the game. And this is what ends up happening. So now we can fully commit to the swordfish. We can continue leveling up the lionfish, maybe, hopefully getting it up to level 3 by the end of the game. And if we get an extra level up on the swordfish, that would not be bad either. Let's see how we perform now. The build is fully online. We get to remove their stuff and we get to win as a result. A lot of snipes, a lot of devastation, and we get to completely wipe them. That team didn't even have that many stats, but I assure you, even if they did, they would be easily destroyed. So we are approaching the complete victory, 10 trophies, but it's still nowhere near close to ending of the game, as we do get to scale up the swordfish a little bit. I was hoping this would be the final round. Just in case though, we should be freezing the bad dog in the shop, which I sadly neglect to do. I was super confident in the team, but unfortunately they do have a behemoth that deals an insane amount of damage, and as a result we only get the draw. So that is a little bit saddening. We don't have the great one anymore, which means we will need to sell the bird of paradise in order to include it in the team once again. Here we go, at least we do find the bad dog in the shop. We're going to get one final stat bunch from the bird of paradise, buy sell the oyster for that extra little bit of gold, get the evil book online once again, and we can maybe work towards a level on the swordfish or buy some equipment. Let's see if we can find the melon. A melon would be the best get. We do find pancakes, which is kind of good enough, I think. Here we go, we're going to end turn. I believe we're still not going to be winning even after this, but I at least do freeze the gingerbread man, hoping that we do get a level 2 swordfish by the end of the next turn. Very big team. They do also swallow all of their units, which makes them transform into salmons, which do eviscerate us, but it's okay, as at the very end we do get the level 2 swordfish and the level 3 lionfish. So I really hope you enjoyed today's build, and if you did, I really hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care!